Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel, and today is day 24 of the 25 days of Craftmas. I cannot believe I am on the penultimate day of Craftmas. So let's open bag 24 and find out what the heck I'm making today. Guys, this is actually like the last day this is gonna be a surprise. Oh, I should have picked out 26 DIYs so that the 25th DIY was still a surprise. Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, today we are making a Yule Log. That is right, you heard me. I am baking today. I am making a Yule Log. So I put this on the list for a few reasons. Some of them are personal. So the first reason is because baking is a great activity to do around the holidays. It's currently Christmas Eve, so you're probably not gonna make this before Christmas, but you can make it all throughout the holiday season up until New Year's. That's fun. Baking is fun. And personally, I don't do a lot of baking, I don't do a lot of cooking, but I do love the Great British Baking Show, and I always love it when they do illusion cakes. And so I thought a Yule Log would be like the perfect opportunity to try this out. Yeah. So for this DIY, or for this baking adventure I'm about to embark on, I am gonna have some help from an actual good baker. He's also kind of cute in my opinion. So I am going to go get set up in my kitchen, grab my very special guest, and let's make a Yule Log. You ready to do this thing?
Yep.
Okay. That one. It is time to make a bûche de Noël, better known in English as a Yule Log. And welcome to my channel, my very special guest. This is my husband, Jordan. He has more baking experience, so he's gonna help me. And by help me, I mean do most of the work, and I'm gonna sit here and drink coffee. Marriage. So I have to be honest, we have already gone ahead and tried making a Yule Log once before. We followed the Paul Hollywood recipe and it didn't turn out very well, but we learned a lot from making this previously, and we're gonna try it again, but we're gonna be changing up the recipe. So I'm gonna let Jordan explain where we got the sponge recipe from.
A Yule Log is basically 3 components. It's a sponge, that's the cake that's rolled up. It's the filling. So in this case, we're using whipped cream and raspberries as a filling. And then it's the icing or ganache or whatever you choose. So we chose 3 different options of those components that we thought would make the most sense, or I thought would make the most sense.
Basically, to sum it up, we made a Frankenstein recipe.
Will we ever really love our cake?
You're just gonna continue to make Frankenstein jokes. So we're gonna get started making the sponge first. And Jordan's gonna tell us what the measurements are. Take over, man.
We have our nice Nordic ware, made in the USA cookie sheet. 17 by 12. I really like these things because they don't buckle and bend.
Okay, so we put some oil down. Now you're putting...
Now I'm just putting a piece of wax paper on this.
I'm helping so much.
So first step, this is the cake recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction for her Yule Log recipe. And from that entire recipe, we're only using the cake recipe, the sponge. All right, you want me to read the instructions to you?
Sure, I want to help. Put me in, coach.
You can whisk the flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt together.
Okay. Flour in, cocoa powder in, salt in, baking powder in. It's all whisked together.
So now you can set that aside.
Dope.
Now we have to do probably the most important part.
This is the part Jordan won't let me help with because he says I'm gonna ruin everything. Can we tell who's the baby of the family and who was the oldest?
Okay. Bonnie, get out of here. All right.
Bonnie fur is everywhere in our house.
Okay.
And that's 6 separated eggs. I get to do something. Coach trusts me.
We need half a cup of sugar in there, so add 1 of those bowls of sugar.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll start the timer.
Okay, set the timer, coach.
All right.
Oh yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. Those are definitely some stiff peaks.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Coffee break.
Seems like we've avoided disaster. We haven't contaminated our egg whites with anything.
Okay. Jordan has warned me that if we mess up the sponge, we are redoing it. So I'm really hoping it goes right the first time.
So now we have our stiff peaks. And so we're gonna continue following Sally's recipe here. So now we're just gonna transfer this over into this bowl so that we can free up this large mixing bowl. You can add the egg yolks.
Okay. Egg yolks are in.
The rest of the sugar, half cup of sugar.
Half a cup of sugar in.
Oh, and the vanilla extract.
Vanilla in.
And now you can...
Oil? No.
Don't. Start making up your own rules. Okay.
I'm just asking.
No. Now this needs like 3 or 4 minutes.
Beat
High
it.
speed.
Okay.
Oh, and oil.
Oil? No.
Don't. Start making up your own rules.
Don't make up your own rules.
Throw the oil in there. It'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we know if it's ruined, why it's ruined. Please stop that. Okay, so now we're gonna add half of the egg whites and beat this on low for 10 seconds. And then we're gonna add half the flour mixture, beat it on low.
Yeah, make sure you get it right this time, Mr. I forgot the oil.
Thank you. You have to edit that out. All right, so now we're gonna add half of our egg whites.
Okay, half the egg whites.
Half the egg whites.
Yeah,
and
that was like half. And half of this?
Nope. You can't go making up your own rules. All right, now mix it 10 seconds.
I'm just asking.
Low speed, 10 seconds.
How long is it going to take for Jordan to take over? Oh, wow, I'm so proud.
Are you counting? You gotta try to incorporate those lumps. We're looking for uniformity.
Okay.
Quickly incorporate. Miley, the lumps. Incorporate those. We can't beat this thing to death, so you have to actually mix it efficiently. And now we're gonna add the rest of our egg whites. Now we're gonna do the same thing basically with the flour. 10 seconds.
Rest of cacao.
Flour.
Wow. I think we did it.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. I think we did a great job. Look at that.
We'll see how we do baking this thing. But I'm pretty optimistic. It looks pretty good to me.
It looks, yeah, I think so too. Ooh, and while we bake it, I am gonna make coffee. How long are we baking it for?
We're gonna bake it for 15 to 16 minutes.
And at what temperature?
350.
Great, let's do it. The sponge is cooked.
Now I'm gonna dust this.
Okay.
That was not good. That is not good at all. That ain't good. Oh, probably should have used something a little finer.
Now we're flipping it?
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't make a giant mess. Wow, I think we did it. Okay, so now we have to let this sponge cool for roughly like 2 hours. And while we let it cool, we're gonna make some marzipan.
Well, don't say it like a robot.
Is that marzipan? Marzipan. So we're gonna be putting some mushrooms on our Yule log.
But not just any mushrooms. Chicken of the woods.
There are some other Yule logs that we've saw on the internet that had these really cute little mushrooms on it, but Jordan doesn't like those mushrooms on a Yule log because it's not actually accurate because those mushrooms wouldn't grow on a log.
Well, they're just, if you like mushrooms, then it would irk you. And so if you're like me, you would insist on your favorite polypore being on your Yule log.
Okay, so we're gonna do chicken of the woods on our Yule log out of marzipan. And explain what we've already gone ahead and done.
All we've done is blanched our whole almonds. So we just poured boiling water over them and let them sit for a few minutes for the skin to loosen up. And then we sat here and took the skin off of every single one of these things.
It was tedious.
Okay, so making marzipan for the first time, we decided to rely on our cookbook from Jurgen from the Great British Baking Show. Miley got it for me.
I told you guys, we like the Great British Baking Show a lot.
And Jurgen's from the Black Forest region of Germany, so think he knows how to make some marzipan. Definitely better than I do. So we're just gonna go on that. We're not gonna use almond flour. We're just gonna use these whole almonds.
We got 300 grams of almonds and 300 grams of powdered sugar.
Is it okay if I incorporate talking about bees for 5 seconds?
Go for it, honey. Talk about bees.
Okay, if it weren't for our hardworking honeybees out there and beekeepers and American farmers, we would not have these almonds here. Hey Miley, you know why almond farmers call almonds almonds?
No, I don't.
Because they shake the L out of them.
Wow. Good one, honey.
Jurgen's recipe calls for a tablespoon of rose water.
We don't have rose water.
So we're just gonna use a tablespoon of water and some orange bitters.
You dump her on in.
And now 300 grams of powdered sugar.
Okay.
Wait, is it 300 grams or milligrams or kilograms?
Grams.
I was just testing it, good job.
What are we doing?
We're just dumping this in the bowl, mixing it a little bit by hand, but it came together, so you can see.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we put it into a bowl? Okay, so we're gonna make this marzipan orange. Okay guys, we are back. The cake has been cooling down. The marzipan is chilling in the fridge. And now we gotta make some whipped cream and get it smeared on the sponge and roll this thing up. So now we're doing Paul Hollywood's recipe for the filling. So I'm gonna dump this heavy whipping cream in. Now I'm gonna make some whipped cream by whipping some cream.
Oh, calm down.
We have whipped cream.
All right, that looks pretty good.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop, boop, boop. Don't eat our fillings.
Our fillings. All right, arrange the fillings.
Is that not what they're called?
No, they're called raspberries.
But you're like filling the cake. It's a filling. Okay guys, it is the toughest part of making a Yule log. We gotta roll this thing. I'm gonna let you do the honors because if I do it and I mess it up, you're gonna blame me forever. So you got this.
She's cracking a little bit.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not nearly as bad as last time. Last time around it was like falling apart.
I think we should cut it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. There you go. Look at that. Wow.
Let's not congratulate ourselves too much.
Hey,
Hey, that doesn't look bad.
doesn't look bad. Exactly. That's what we're going for here.
All right. Does this look a little funky?
I think you can cut it again. I would cut off and shave off some.
True. And the good thing is now we get to eat this part.
We do. We have a Yule log, kind of. I am proud of us because that is 10 times better than what happened last time. We'll put this in the fridge and we'll make some frosting. Okay, we're gonna make some frosting now to decorate our Yule log, and we're making a frosting we've never tried making before. Jordan, explain out what the frosting is.
Yeah, it's an ermine frosting. It's a cooked flour frosting. So instead of buttercream that we used last time, we're just gonna try the slightly fluffier frosting. It should be a little easier to spread. We're using a recipe from iambaker.net, so credit to them. Hopefully it turns out well.
Gotta give credit where credit is due.
So all we need to do to make this icing is combine a cup of milk
Okay.
and 5 tablespoons of flour, and that's it.
Teamwork.
Now we're ready to spread this on our Yule log.
That would be so gross.
Now we have to whisk this on the stove over medium heat for like 5 minutes.
Okay guys, we are in the final stretch. This has been cooling for a while. That was the milk and flour. What's up next, Coach?
Okay, now we have to cream the butter and the sugar together.
Okay, I just pour all of this in here?
Yep.
Okay. Sugar and cocoa.
Low speed, 2 to 3 minutes.
Now we gotta put that in there?
Yes. Yeah, you got this.
Okay.
That's not a two-person job. At least I didn't think it was.
Hey, this is interesting texture. That's for sure. Mix it.
Yep.
Okay guys, now it is time for the fun part and the part that I was looking forward to all day, and that is decorating. So we're gonna take the frosting, spread it, try to make this look like it has bark, and then we're gonna take the marzipan and make it look like the chicken of the woods Jordan so desperately wants on here as decoration. I don't know. So let's get to decorating. Yay! Are you so happy?
I'm very happy with it.
It looks ridiculous. Okay, let's try this thing. And I have a feeling I might actually like this one. Let's try this thing.
It's nice and light.
I don't mind that frosting. I couldn't have a lot of it, but I really like them. I have fun baking with you. I have fun baking with you. I have fun baking with you. We did it. High five. And that is it, guys. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous adding this to the DIY list because, as you can tell, I don't bake, but I also knew I'm married to a guy that has been baking for 20 plus years, so I knew if I had him by my side, this was going to go great, even though he might have been annoyed by my lack of baking knowledge. But I love our version of a Yule log, and I'm so glad Jordan's vision of his accurate mushrooms turned out, and it was also a ton of fun to finally incorporate him into one of my videos. So I hope you guys liked this video and project. The recipe we followed is linked down below with all of our sources, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the last day of Craftmas. Bye guys.